Hello girls, welcome back to the class. In my last video, I have explained what is ratio and what are equivalent ratios. Based on that, we have started a first exercise 10.1. Some problems I explained. The remaining problems let us continue in this video. Now, have a look in the sixth question. It's a word problem I am reading. As I told you, they are very big questions. Place won't be sufficient to me. That's why I will read the question. Answers I will write on the board. But in the notes I will give everything step by step. In exams you have to write in step by step only. The monthly income of Somesh is 32,000. He pays 50,000 as a monthly installment of the housing loan and saves 5,000 in his provident fund account. Find the ratio of the below. Okay. So step by step we have to write monthly income. Okay. Sixth question solution. Somesh monthly income. How much rupees? 32,000. Step 2. He pays 50,000 as monthly installment of the housing loan. Okay, monthly installment. Okay, how much rupees? 15,000. Okay, next. How much he saves? He saves 5,000 rupees. Savings. Rupees 5,000. Now, let us find the ratio of the given questions. Monthly income to the monthly installment of housing loan. Income to the installment. Income is 32,000 is to, this is a bit no? Installment, monthly installment is second one, no? So term 2 is 50,000. In the ratio we will not mention anything rupee symbol or anything. So finally we will show it as a ratio only. So 3 zeros cancel. Okay, here 32 and 15 left. These two numbers don't have any common factor. So this is the simplest form. 32 is to 15. So 32 is to 15 is the ratio of the Somesh monthly income to the monthly installment of housing loan. Okay. Now B bit. Find the ratio of monthly income to the monthly savings. Okay. Here only we will write monthly income to the monthly savings. Monthly income as it is 32,000. Is to savings, monthly savings is 5,000. Again zeros cancel. 32 and 5. There is no common factor. So 32 is to 5 is the ratio of monthly income to the savings. Now 7th question. So this is your homework, children. Just like 6th one only. Everything data they have given in the question. By using the data you have to find the ratio of the particular question, children. Okay. So there are 135 supervisors. So 135 supervisors are there. 1080 workers in a factory. 135 supervisors, workers, 1080 workers are there. Find the ratio of the number of supervisors to the number of workers. Supervisors is term 1. Number of workers is term 2. If there is a possibility of doing cancellation, you can do. Now, 8th question I am reading. Have a look. A car covers 50 kilometers in 1 hour and a train covers 90 kilometers in 1 hour. Find the ratio between the speed of the car to that of train. Okay. So, car speed they have given per hour. How much speed? Train speed they have given those two speeds ratio need to find it out. Hint they have given, if you observe speed, first of all speed we have to find out both the car and train, then we can find the ratio of both. Okay, so what is it, speed, how to find out speed? Distance by time. Okay, as you know that it's a word problem, we have to write in stepwise, but here I am not going to write in stepwise, I will give the clearly in the notes. Okay, first we have to find the speed of the car and the speed of the train. Okay, speed of the car is what? Hint they have given, no? Distance by time. So distance 50 kilometers per hour. Next, train. Speed of the train 90 kilometers per hour. Now we have to find the ratio of these two. Okay, so 50 is to 90, 0 cancel, kilometer per hour. So these two we don't have any common factors, so 5 is to 9 is the ratio of the speed of the car and the train, children. Am I clear? Now 9th question, children. The cost of 10 notebooks is rupees 330 and the cost of 2 pens is 44. Find the ratio of cost of a notebook to the cost of a pen. A notebook, a pen means one notebook, one pen cost ratio we need to find out. But here in the information they have given 10 notebooks cost and 2 pens cost. By using the data, first we have to find out the cost of one notebook and cost of one pen. Then we can find the ratio of those two. Okay. So let us write it step by step. Cost of notebooks is how much? Rupees 330. So cost of 10 notebooks is 330 rupees. Cost of one means simple. Total amount by the number of items cost. Cost of one book is what? Rupees 330 by 10. 0 cancel means the cost of one notebook is 33 rupees. So we find the cost of one notebook. The same way we will find out the cost of one pen. Cost of 2 pens. How much? Rupees 44. Now cost of one pen. Total amount by the number of items 2. How many? 22. So 22 rupees is the cost of one pen. Now we have to find out the ratio of cost of one notebook and cost of one pen. Ratio, no? So one notebook is rupees 33. Both are in same units. Cost of is 2. Cost of one pen is rupees 22. Which factor will be divisible in both? 11. 11 3s, 11 2s. So 3:2 is the ratio of the cost of a book to the cost of a pen. Am I clear, children? Now 10th question, children. This is your homework, just like 9th one only. In the 9th one, group of items cost they have given. One item cost we have find it out. Then we used to find the ratio of those two. Okay, one items, one notebook and one pen. The same way here I am reading the question. The length of a cloth used for stitching 4 skirts is 12 meters and the length of the cloth used for stitching 3 tops is 3.6 meters. Both in meters only. Okay, but skirts, 4 skirts is 12 meters stitching of 3 tops, skirts 4, tops 3. What we have to find out? Find out the ratio of the length of the cloth used for stitching one skirt to the length of the cloth used for stitching for one top. The same way. First you have to find out the length used to stitch one skirt. The same way you have to find out the length used to stitch one top. By using, then you can find the ratio of it. Okay children? Now 11th question children, I am reading. Have a look. Determine the ratio of the number of balls to the number of bats in each of the following cases. They have given the data in a box. 2 columns are there, balls and bats. Data they have given. We have to find the ratio by using this data. Am I clear children? So ratio, how to write? Term 1 is what? Ratio of the number of balls to the number of bats. Balls is term 1, bats is term 2. So it is in order wise only. We won't have any confusion. So let us write the ratio to the first case. How many balls are there? Number of balls? 5. So 5 is to number of bats? 3. Can we reduce this ratio? No, it is in simplest form only. So the answer is 5 is to 3 in the first case. Second case, how many balls are there? 6 balls is to how many bats? 3. Can we reduce this ratio? Yes, we can reduce. Which table? 3 table, 3 2s, 3 1s. So 2 is to 1 is the ratio of this case. Now third case. Number of balls, how many are there? 8. 8 is to number of bats? 4. Is there any possibility to reduce this ratio? Yes, we can reduce this by 2 table, 2 4s, 2 2s. So 4 is to 2. It is not the simplest form. Again we can reduce this. So 2 table again, 2 2s, 2 1s. What is the final simplest form of this ratio? 2 is to 1. Children, as I told you long back, before when I am giving the explanation that time, if you take the greatest common factor, directly you will get the answer. For example, here 8 is to 4. These two common factors are what? 1, 2, 4. These are the common factors, not factors. I'm saying about the common factors. Factors of 8 is 1, 2, 4 and 8 also. Factors of 4 is 1, 2, 4. Common factors is in these two 1, 2, 4. Which is the greatest common factor? 4. With 4 if I divide, 4 2s, 4 1s. See, directly I get the answer within single step. Am I clear? If you take a greatest common factor, directly you will get the simplest form of the ratio, children. Now let's move to the last one. Number of balls. How many? First row 5, second row 5. Total 10. 10 is to number of bats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So 10 is to 6. Can we reduce this ratio? Yes, we can reduce this ratio. Now let's apply this greatest common factor. What are the common factors of these two? 1, 2, that's it. These are the common factors. So greatest common factor is what? 2. 2 5s, 2 3s. What is the answer? 5 is to 3. This is the simplest form of this ratio. Okay? Like this, we can find the ratios of the questions and we can reduce the ratios to its simplest form, children. Now 12th one, have a look, children. They have given a data. The ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys studying in the school. Ratio they gave. The given ratio. Ratio of number of girls to the number of boys. What is the ratio? 3:2. Based on this ratio, complete the following table. Based on this ratio, we have to complete this table. How? Till now, if you observe, information, the statements have given the data. By using the data, we used to find the ratio. Okay? But here, in this 12th question, ratio they give. With the help of the ratio, we need to find out the remaining missing data. Okay? How? Simple technique, children. Here, ratio is there. To find out the other one, first one if you check, number of boys is there, number of girls not there. Now we have to find out the number of girls with the help of this ratio and the number of boys. How? First let us find out the sum of the ratio. Sum of the terms in the ratio. Okay, in this ratio the terms sum we are going to find out. So term 1 is 3, term 2 is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. Sum of the terms in the ratio is 5. Now we are going to find out the number of girls. So number of girls is equals to what we have information, number of boys information is there and the ratio. By using these two, we have to find out this one. Okay, children? Number of girls we have to find out. Which one you have to find out? That term. The term in the ratio will write as a numerator. Listen it carefully. Here number of girls we are going to find out. The number of girls term we will write as the numerator. Okay. Here what is the ratio number of girls to the number of boys? This is girls and this is boys. So the girls term write as a numerator. Okay. Clear? Then denominator is what? The sum of the terms in the ratio is the denominator. Sum of the terms in the ratio is 5. Remember which one you are going to find it out. That term in the ratio you have to write as numerator. Denominator is the sum of the terms in the ratio. Okay. That fraction you have to, we get a fraction. Have to multiply with the information what you have. Okay, we have boys information 400. Am I clear? Which one you are going to find it out? That term in the ratio write as the numerator. Denominator will be the sum of the terms in the ratio into that fraction you have to multiply the information which you have, the data which you have. Okay? So cross cancellation we can do 5 ones, 5 80s are 400. Now 3 into 80, 3 80s are 240. So how many number of girls are there? 240. Am I clear, children? Now move to the second one. Here what is missing? Number of boys is missing, number of girls are there. So number of boys we have to find it out. What I said, which one you are going to find out? The term in the ratio is your numerator. Here boys 2 is my numerator. Okay, denominator is always the sum of the terms in the ratio. 5 into, so what the data you have to multiply the fraction. I have the data number of girls. That's 3000. Again 5 ones and 30. 6 times this remaining zeros follows. Okay. So 2 into 600. 1200 is the number of boys. 1200. Am I clear? Let us find out this. Number of boys is there, number of girls we need to find it out. So number of girls we need to find out means number of girls term is our numerator 3 by denominator is what? Sum of the terms in the ratio multiply the data which you have. Data is 900. 5 ones 9 one time, okay, 40 8 times, same 0 will follow. 180. 3 180s are, so or 3 8s 18s are, we can find it out. 24 540. So 540 number of girls. The same way you can find out the remaining children. So again I'll tell you, whatever the missing one you're going to find out, that missing one term in the ratio as a numerator, which one you're going to find out that term as a numerator. Denominator always the sum of the terms in the ratio. You will get a fraction. Multiply that fraction with the data which you have. Okay. Then you can find out the missing data. Am I clear, children? Now 13th question. I'm reading, have a look. Divide 30 chocolates between Ammu and Shaila in the ratio 2:3. There are 30 number of chocolates. If Ammu and Shaila shared those 30 chocolates in the ratio 2:3, each one of them how many chocolates they will get, we have to find it out. The same way like 12th problem, they gave ratio and data. With the help of ratio and data we have to find out the remaining. Okay, now let us find it out. Total number of chocolates 30, ratio 2:3. Now with the help of these two we are going to find out Ammu got how many number of chocolates. Number of chocolates Ammu will get. Okay, so which one we are going to find out is numerator, I said. Okay, so what is this ratio? This is the ratio about the number of chocolates between Ammu and Shaila. So first term is Ammu, second one is Shaila. So this is Ammu, this is Shaila. Ammu's one we are going to find it out. So Ammu term as a numerator. Denominator is what? Sum of the terms in the ratio. So let us find out the sum of the ratio. Sum of the ratio. So 2 plus 3 which is 5 by 5. Okay. So Ammu will get how many number of chocolates we are going to find out. So Ammu term in the ratio as a numerator. Sum of the ratio, terms ratio as a denominator. Multiply that fraction by the data. Data is what? 30 chocolates. Am I clear? So cross cancellation, 5 ones, 5 6. So 2 into 6. 2 6 are 12. Ammu will get 12 number of chocolates out of 30. Now let us find out Shaila how many will get. Number of chocolates Shaila will get. Okay, the same way Shaila how many she'll get, we are going to find out. So Shaila's term we will write as a numerator. Okay, so 3 by sum of the ratio is 5 multiplied by the data. Data is 30 chocolates. 5 ones, 5 6. So 3 into 6 18. So 18 number of chocolates Shaila will get. So if you get any doubt whether your answer is correct or wrong, those two if you add, you should get the data which they have given. Okay. So Ammu will get 12, Shaila will get 18. So 2 plus 8, 10, 30. I got the same only, so my answer is correct. Like this also you can cross check. Am I clear? Now 14th one. The ratio of ages of Amrita and Isha is 5:8 and the sum of their age is 26. Find their ages. Just like 13 only, no? Ratio they give, the sum of their ages they have given. We have to find each one of the person's age. Okay, so 14th one is your homework, children. 15th one, divide the amount in the given ratio. 3 bits are there. 1 to AB I will explain. C1 is your homework. Okay, so first bit, 15,000 rupees between Ram and Kartika in the ratio 4:11. We have to divide. Okay, 15 rupees, 15,000 is the total amount. Total amount is rupees 15,000. Ratio is 4:11. Each one how much they will get if they share. We are going to find out. Just like 13 only now. Okay. So first Ram we will find out. This is the ratio of Ram and Kartik's. First term is Ram. Second term is Kartik. First of all, let us find out the Ram. Ram will get the amount. How much? Ram turn 4 by sum of the terms. So sum of the terms means add those two terms. 4 plus 11, 15. 15 is the sum of the terms, denominator. Multiply that fraction with the data you have. I have the data 15,000. Okay. So 15 ones in 15 thousands. 15 into 1000 is 15,000 only, no? So 4 into 1000, 4,000. So Ram will get 4,000 rupees. Now Kartik. Kartik will get the amount. So Kartik's term in the ratio, which is 11 by sum of the term is 15 into amount 15,000 rupees. 15 ones, 15 into 1000, 15,000. So 11 into 1000, 11,000 rupees is the amount Kartik will get. Okay. So if I add these two, I will get 15,000. So my answer is correct. Like this you can cross it, children. Now B bit, C bit is your homework, children. Same total amount is 34,000. Rupees 34,000. Okay. So between Shobha, Uma and Roshan, here you may get a doubt. Till now only two terms ratio we saw. Here three terms are there. Whether it is two terms or three terms, when you are going to find out that particular term's value with the help of the data, processor will remain same only, children. Okay, have a look. First Shobha, the ratio of three of them, ratio is 8:2:7. Order is what? First Shobha, Uma, Roshan. So first term is Shobha, second term is Uma, third term is Roshan. Okay, the starting letters I have mentioned, which is clear to you to do the procedure. Now first let us find out the Shobha's amount. Okay. Shobha's amount. Shobha turn is 8 by sum of the terms. So 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 7 is 17, sum is 17 into data what we have 34,000 total amount, rupees 34,000. Am I clear? Now 17 table, 17 1, 17 2s, the remaining zeros will follow, 2000. So 8 into 2, 16,000 rupees Shobha will get. Okay. Next, Uma. Uma turn is what? 2 by sum of the terms, 17 into rupees 34,000. This all cross cancellation procedure will remain same. The multiplication only will get wrong. 2, 17 1, 17 2, same zeros follows. So 2 into 2000, 4,000 rupees is the Uma's amount. Last, Roshan. Roshan term 7 by sum of the terms, 17 into 34,000 rupees, 17 ones, 17, 2000, 7 into 2000, 14,000 rupees is the amount of Roshans. Am I clear? So that's all for today, children. We have finished exercise 10.1 today. I just hope you all understood the concepts of ratio and equivalent ratios, finding ratio with the help of data, and finding the data with the help of ratio and with some other information, children. So similar questions are there. One problem I have explained on the board, the related same kind of one more is there. That is your homework. Practice the homework problems.